Colts Titans.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
it would have been a lot more exciting, but I don't think Wentz is going to get out there. Shout out Michael Pittman, though.
Yeah.
Pittman's coming off a great game. He just didn't matter against the Rams, unfortunately, but Pittman looked great out there. He really, really did. He saw 12 targets in this offense, which is great. 8 receptions, 123 yards. Didn't get in the end zone, but when you're putting up 123 yards on 8 catches, that's perfectly fine. Again, we're probably going to be seeing Jacob Eason out there, so I'm not playing Pittman. If Wentz is out there, I'll play Pittman as a flex play. But if he's not, I'm not playing him. And if Wentz is out there, I'm not playing anyone except Jonathan Taylor, who struggled last week against the Rams. But what were you really expecting? The O-line for the Colts is not looking good so far this season. It's surprising.
Yeah. I mean, that was coming into the season was supposed to be their strength. I mean, that was everybody was talking about. The Colts top find offensive line. That's why Jonathan Taylor is going to be, first round pick in fantasy because he'll be running around and all this kind of stuff. And they've looked awful.
Yeah,
they've just looked awful. I mean, Wentz again 2 weeks in a row. Again, it's the Rams this week, but 2 weeks in a row was just getting lit up.
Yep.
I mean, he's taking way too many hits, and then now here he is, double ankle injury. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
If you can't keep your quarterback upright, what do you expect's going to happen?
Yeah. So it's just Jonathan Taylor for me. He's a low end RB1, high end RB2.
I would drop him. I would say he's an RB2 for me.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Titans side though, I do like Tannehill in this game a lot. Derrick Henry. Beast.
It's about freaking time.
He's bleeding out. He is like, did anyone else catch that on live television? Just like
out of his
gash
arm.
in his arm, just bleeding everywhere, and then like he comes back a little bit later and he's got a bandage on it. Like, you can't slow him. You
ain't taking me out of this.
No. Julio Jones also, in case you were wondering, still good at football. 8 targets, caught 6 of them for 128 yards. Look great out there.
Did he get a touchdown?
He did not get a touchdown.
Oh, typical Julio.
He did, though, but one of his foot was barely out of bounds.
Yeah, I know.
Just barely. So he was almost had the touchdown. And then, again, A.J. Brown, he's my monster guy at the wide receiver position this week. He saw 9 targets in this game, most of any player for the Titans, but he only caught 3 of them for 43 yards. He had a bad drop or 2 last week, and a couple passes just missed. You fire them both up as wide receiver 2s. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill's a good start this week.
Yeah. All right, Chargers Chiefs.
Yep. This one should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
What side do you want to start with?
Start with the Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, Justin Herbert, my monster guy at the quarterback position. I think he's going to play really well in this game. And some people first we'll start with Mike Williams. Mike Williams has looked really good this year so far. He's been seeing a lot of targets. He's been catching them for high yardage. He's been getting in the end zone. Keenan Allen has also looked really good. Back-to-back 100-yard games. Mike Williams, I don't think has broke 100 yards in any game yet. He's just not getting in the end zone.
Right.
I still prefer Keenan Allen to Mike Williams just because he's done it for a lot longer and the plays he's getting is more sustainable. Keenan Allen's a low-end wide receiver 1 for me. Mike Williams is a mid wide receiver 2 for me this week. Eckler, mid RB2. He's getting the passing work in this game, though. 9 targets, caught all of them for 61 yards. The ground game, he only saw 9 carries, but for 54 yards. He just didn't get in the end zone in this game.
He's stupid efficient.
He is.
He
is.
I was playing against him this week, and I'm just like, it's like whenever you play against Christian McCaffrey, though, because you know that they're both getting like 10 targets, 11 targets a game.
And if you need to, you can play Jared Cook. You can stream Jared Cook. They look for him a lot, especially around the red zone. He almost had a touchdown in this game. He is a streamable tight end.
Yeah, he was almost my monster guy for this week, too.
Okay.
I was thinking about him as well, but didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely somebody to keep an eye on.
So yeah.
All right, Chiefs.
Always like the
same. Yeah.
And if you're worried about Tyreek Hill, don't be. I
yeah.
think this is the worst game he's had in the past 2 years. And then coming off the week he had before,
yes, a 30-point week to a 5-point week.
Yes. So Patrick Mahomes, auto start. Travis Kelce, God tier. You never not think about starting him. Tyreek Hill, high-end wide receiver one. But we do need to talk about Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Thank you. Elephant in the room.
We're not even talking about the fumble here. That was just the way you saw him after he fumbled on the field, just laying there. Like, he knew what he did. Like, that one's tough. But besides that, he just hasn't been very efficient, and he hasn't been seeing a lot of work right now. Until further notice, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a flex play.
Oh, geez.
Until further notice.
Yeah, everybody drafted him in like the second round too, man.
It's more like third, but
third round, whatever.
Yeah, you can 100% play him because he is going to see the volume in this offense, and he looks good at times, but he needs to get in the end zone more. Until further notice, just treat him as a flex play.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, next game, Saints, Patriots.
Yeah. Patriots are easy. Damian Harris. Yeah, Damian Harris. Again, looked good last week. Got in the end zone. James White was your leading receiver on the week with 6 targets, 6 catches for 45 yards. Also had a rushing touchdown. Not playing him though. Not playing Mac Jones. Tight ends and wide receivers. They all call it around between 2 and 4 passes apiece. So
there's not a lot of passing in this offense right now.
No. I will say Jonnu, he's been seeing targets. You can throw him out there if you want. If I had to pick a receiver, I guess it'll be Jacoby Myers now. Mm-hmm. Last week I picked Aguilar, but I feel like this is how it's going to be. You're going to be flip-flopping each week. I'd rather not mess with it at all.
Yeah, no, I definitely like Damian Harris again this week. And even though Mac Jones, on the NFL football field.
It's going to be a tough game. They're playing the Saints run defense, so don't expect a ton. He's a low-end RB2 in this game, but he's going to get the goal line work in this offense. But as far as everyone else goes on the team, he's by far the one I like the best.
Right, for sure. I just wish he'd get some more receptions.
It's just not going to happen. He saw another target in this game, so he probably surpassed last year's season total already.
All right, Saints side. Fluke last week, or was week 1 a fluke with Jameis Winston?
Week 1 wasn't really. It was just the defense really that won.
I wasn't 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, but on 150
it doesn't
yards.
Matter. He still threw 5 touchdowns.
He looked good in this game. Jameis Winston had a couple really bad plays that he just should not have thrown the ball. Yes. One of them, he was like getting thrown by the defender. He was on his way to the ground and just chucks it downfield.
To the end zone.
You can't do that.
Between
but again,
3 defenders.
Who is he throwing the ball to? Lil Jordan Humphrey?
He still has some talent.
Was their leading receiver with 27 yards. He caught 1 pass for 27 yards. Great name, Lil Jordan Humphrey. Great name, but that he's not who you want to be throwing the ball to.
So true.
Kamara, you still play because he's Alvin Kamara. He had a really rough game in this one against the Panthers. It is what it is.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing Alvin Kamara. That's it. Trotman didn't come through. Didn't even see a target in this game.
All right, from one rough game to another rough game. Falcons, Giants.
Falcons somehow kind of made it a game with Tampa Bay there for a little bit.
Hey,
and then Tampa Bay shut the door on him again.
Real quick, breaking news. TJ Hawkinson just got an 8-yard touchdown.
Oh.
Boom sauce. Continue. It was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, you made me lose my train of thought. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about the Falcons and the Giants.
Yes. Somehow they were able to get back in that game against Tampa Bay, and then Tampa Bay shut the door back on them. The Giants defense has been playing well, but have been beatable by certain players, like elite level wide receivers. Calvin Ridley, I feel good in this game. He bounced back decently, 10 targets, 7 receptions for 63 yards and a touchdown. He's a mid to low end wide receiver 1 this week. Kyle Pitts, I really like. I do really like him this week. He saw 6 targets in this game, caught 5 of them for 73 yards. Again, was making some big plays out there. I think he's going to get in the end zone this week. He is a mid to high end tight end 1. And then again for the running backs, they just don't run the ball a lot. And Cordell Patterson, is he like one of the best just do it all players of all time? He's out there turning punts. He's a good running back. He's a good receiver. In this game, he had 6 targets, caught 5 of them for 58 yards and a touchdown. You're not playing him, but shout out Cordell Patterson.
I mean, he finished fourth on the week. So.
Yeah, he looks good when he has the ball in his hands. Not playing Matt Ryan. It's really just Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts. The running back, do you even play Mike Davis?
I didn't draft him.
If it wasn't
so
for his 7 receptions for 25 yards, he had 9 carries for 38 yards. Like, if you play him, he's a flex play. He's a desperate flex play. Because if they get in the goal line, it's probably going to be Cordell Patterson, who they're lining up in the running back position.
Yeah, probably.
Giant side.
That whole offense is just weird to me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Giant side.
Again, you guys did it to yourself last week. Daniel Jones had some plays in that game. Again, your leading rusher with 9 carries for 95 yards and a rushing touchdown.
You have Saquon, man. Just
Saquon, again, has no room to run, though. He has no room to run. Washington ate him up. He was able to have 4.4 yards per carry. He had 13 carries for 57 yards, but he had a 41-yard run. So that's almost all of his yards on one run. Shepard, again, comes through 10 targets, 9 receptions for 94 yards, but you play him, he's a flex play. It's not like it's a tough matchup in this game. You can do that if you want to. Kenny Golladay he's a flex play right now, but again, he's close. He's close. He saw 8 targets in this game, but only caught 3 of them for 38 yards. Daniel Jones, just give Kenny Golladay the ball. Like, just get better, Daniel Jones, please.
That's asking a lot, though.
It is.
You know, it was really funny.
Nicely.
I saw this stat before the game last week because my buddy, who's a big Washington fan, sent this to me, and it was Daniel Jones is 4-16 against, or 4-20 against all other teams, but he is 4-0 against Washington until that game. And it is weird because I'm watching this game and I'm like, Daniel Jones was looking all right, but again, he just keeps running the football.
Yeah,
like when he's running the football, he actually looks all right. But it's just this passing, man. Like there's this blatant missing of throws, like just overthrows or behind, and it's just Kenny Golladay just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
you know, like he came from having Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, and Kenny Golladay, he looks good out there. You got to give him the ball. Like you got to get it into his hands, or at least within 5 yards of him, so he can grab it sometimes. But yeah, I have nothing else to add. Saquon is a mid RB2 right now. Which
sucks because he was drafted early.
Yeah.
All right, Bengals Steelers.
Yeah. Man, Burrow had a rough stretch last week. 3 straight interceptions. First one was bad. Like, it wasn't good. Second one was horrific. The third one was just like, whatever. But that was a bad stretch. But they did almost come back in this game against the Bears. He had some good throws in this game. Mixon struggled against the Bears last week. Only 3.5 yards per carry on 20 carries. Receiver, though, wise, Chase only saw 4 targets in this game. Caught 2 of them for 54 yards and a touchdown, though. He still looks very good. The targets were low, though. Boyd, kind of 9 targets, 7 receptions for 73 yards. Higgins, he looked the best out there. No big plays out of him, just 10 targets, 6 catches for 60 yards. He got in the end zone, though. Again, I'm willing to play Chase. Low-end wide receiver 2, high-end flex play. T. Higgins, high-end flex play. Joe Mixon, mid RB1 in this game. Burrow. You playing Burrow? I'm not.
No.
Yeah, I'm not playing Burrow.
Nope.
This will be a tough game against the Steelers defense. Steelers side, though, really hope Deontay Johnson's out there.
Yes.
But it was good to see, man. Najee Harris was starting to make some plays last week. Najee Harris looked good in that game. He came through. Rushing-wise, efficiency, he only had 10 carries for 38 yards, which isn't good, but he was able to haul in all 5 of his targets for 43 yards and a great receiving touchdown. If Deontay's out there, you play Deontay. He's a mid wide receiver 2. Outside of that, the receiver I think I'd go to is Juju. Claypool saw 2 more targets than him with 9, but he only caught 3 of them for 70 yards. And they were like all downfield. They were taking shots with Claypool, but Juju looked good. He caught 6 of his 7 targets for 41 yards. I think I would lean Juju if I'm playing someone else, but you can play Claypool and Juju both as flex plays if you want to. Big Ben might retire during the season, though. He does not look good. That offensive line does not look good.
He looks like he's having to like push the ball downfield.
Yeah.
Like he can't actually throw it anymore. So he's just like trying to put every ounce of that, 250-pound frame into it.
Yeah.
It just, it looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does not. He does not look good.
Yeah. Disappointing.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. We also have a merch store we want you to check out with all new gear that we've got available. That'll be in the description. Also, if you want to see any past videos, you can check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters. We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.